Okay guys, this is Shnetta here again, and today we are going to pretty much set up your WordPress site. So if you've already installed WordPress, going from the HostGator dashboard, you should be now able to go to your site. So you're going to type in the address for your website.com/WP admin, and it means WP stands for obviously WordPress. So everyone's going to be different. I'm going to type mine in. Okay, once you've typed in your website.com/WP admin, you're going to come to the screen that will look similar to this. Now remember, I told you to write down your username and also your password, because this is where you're going to put that information in. So you're going to type in your username that you specified and the password that they generated for you. You have an option later to change it, but I would just say write it down and then just save it, so you don't have to keep entering it all the time, because you want something difficult for other people to try to guess and remember. Also, I didn't really cover this last time, but when you're creating your username, try to be a little I hope no one did admin, and I'll specify it in below in the notes, but never use admin as your username, because most people, especially hackers, are going to like, oh, okay, let's try admin because that's just the obvious choice. And we're trying to make it as hard as possible for anyone else to get into your account. So once you've typed in your username and password, you're going to click in login. Okay, once you've done that, you'll come to this screen, which is your dashboard. And it is the same for everywhere. So you can change the look and feel of your dashboard, but in the very beginning, just leave it as is until you become more comfortable in using it. Up here it says welcome to WordPress. We've assembled some links to get you started, so they'll show you how to customize your site or change your theme completely. Your next steps: write your first blog post, add an about page, view your site, excuse me, more actions, manage widgets or menus, turn comments on or off, and learn more about getting started. And this is pretty much really what you need to do to get started. And it's easy to just follow their steps if that's going to help you a lot. Also, you'll see where it says at a glance, and this is just, I just started it. It has one post, one comment, and 5 pages. These are, I'm going to tell you what those pages are from Lit, because I did not set these pages up. If you are just starting out, yours should have one post, one comment, and that is just WordPress saying howdy or whatever, and then you can always delete it. Quick draft, let's say you just want to write a quick blog post, you can put it into this box and just save it for later. And then it says activity, which happens. Recently published January 13th. This is Hello World. Comments from Mr. WordPress on Hello World. So if someone had made comments onto your site, you would usually see it here. Then they have an option for WordPress news and some other stuff. So you can always hide it, and you can always move them any which way you want to. So you can change the look or feel. Now, to change the look and feel of your website, you do this all in your dashboard. So the way we do that first is to click on appearance. Well, you can hover around appearance and then go over to themes, because your theme is going to be your look and feel of your website or your blog. When you start, they'll already give you 3 automatically. They'll give you the 2015, the 2014, and I believe the 2016. Duh. Okay, and pretty much these are just the years that these were developed, and these are WordPress basic themes. You can choose any of these if you want to or not. It is totally up to you. You can add a new theme. They have thousands of free themes, but just remember, if you do free, it's kind of limited of what you can do with it, even though it's great for you to start out. If you really are going to maximize your website or your blog, you're pretty much going to want to do a premium theme. And I'll probably show you in another video how to install a premium theme, because I have Genesis, which is from the Genesis framework, which is from Wordpress, and that is on most of all of my websites. This particular website I'm doing is pretty much just going to be where I host some of my courses and programs where people can actually purchase. So it's not my main site, it's just one of my sites that's going to be offset. So I'm not really all that concerned about having a premium theme for this one because it's going to be a secondary site. But you could use a premium site. So you can look at their feature options, their popular options, their latest options. And since I was looking for a particular site that had not a particular site, a particular theme, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be compatible with WooCommerce because that's what I'm going to use for my WooCommerce to sell products. So once I typed that in, these themes came up for me, and I looked at each one of these. Well, I'll glance through them, so you can do that as well. This one, I ultimately chose the SKT Girly Light because I liked the look and feel of it. I really liked this one, but I didn't have something I was looking for. If you see a theme that you particularly like, you can click on Details and Preview, and it will show you what the site will look like once you I keep saying site, but you know what I mean, what the theme looks like on your site. And then it tells you which version, and it also says it's beautiful WordPress WooCommerce theme, perfect for business website. The theme is translation ready, cross browser compatible, search engine optimized, and that is a good option. You could look for let's say you want only one that's maybe mobile friendly. And which is really mobile responsive. And when it's mobile responsive, you really want that because you want when your visitors come, no matter if they're on the desktop, if they're on their cell phone, if they're on a tablet, you want them to have a pleasant experience and hopefully similar experience. So once you have a site that is mobile responsive, that means no matter what size of the screen it is going to show, it's really going to show how, pretty much show the same. So you can choose any of those if you know this was nice, this butterfly abode. That's pretty. Well, anyhow, whichever one you choose, all you need to do is hover over it and it will say you can click install. And once you click install, you have to activate it. I've already put in a theme already, which I told you was the SKT Girly Light. And once I've done that, these others are not active. Okay, so you have to make sure that whatever theme you're using, you activate it. Next, we're going to customize it, and I'm just going to do it briefly because if you're new, you want to pretty much just play around with it until you get a feel of it. So the only thing I've changed on here are two things because it's going to be different from you. Is going to be I changed the title actually, and I also changed the wording. I also installed WooCommerce plugin, so that's why you see these other pages: cart, checkout, my account, sample page, and shop. I did not install those. Yours will not have those pages. You would have to do those pages yourself. I also did not put the pictures because they have the pictures that come with it. I like this because I can have a slider where I can add different pictures to. I also like how the different pages are coming almost like a portfolio. And I also like how any posts I may have come in, as well as my sidebar. So if you look to the left, this is where you're making all the customizations. If you see right here, it says upgrade to pro version. Most of these free themes will have a pro version, which means they open up a lot more capabilities for you and more features. You have to look at each one of these to determine if it's even makes sense for you to upgrade to the pro version, because sometimes it's like only thing you're going to get additional maybe pieces of support, or I don't know, you just have to weigh the benefits of upgrading to pro. Of course, most of the time the pro version is better, but I don't want you throwing out a lot of money on your themes if you are not sure just yet what your brand is, or what your overlook of your website is going to be. Okay, because you need to get a feel of what the criteria you need, the features you need, and then go from there. So as you customize it, you're going to see site identity. I clicked on that. I changed the site title. I left the site title left. I changed the tagline because it has something different. I uploaded a site icon, which is what you'll see when I don't know, you can't really see it on here, but when someone goes to your website, it'll click in the tab, and you'll see that logo. Colors, they give you color scheme. They already added this color. They had the background color for white, and which, you know, if you've heard from some of my blog posts and videos, I enjoy white space, and I highly recommend that your blog or website has a lot of white space. And the color scheme, and this color is really close to the color that I'm looking for. So for right now, I'm going to leave it alone. I may come back and change it to the color that is closest to my brand, because I do have it written down. But to make sure that you are being brand worthy and looking the same across your websites, your social media platforms, make sure that you're using almost a similar color. Sometimes you may not be able to match them exactly, but you can get really close. And the way you do that is you select You select color, and then you'll see the code for the color that you're looking for. Okay, and so I'm leaving it alone. So once you've come to a color that you like, I would just either copy and paste it somewhere, or just write it down somewhere so you can use it anywhere else. Okay, then you go to the header image. If you have a header you want to put in, you can install it now. I want you to also pay attention when you are customizing your WordPress theme. Make sure you know the sizes of what the header you need. So this says recommends a header size of 1600 by 200 pixels. Write that down somewhere. Write down header 1600 times 200, because they are different with each theme. So make sure you know what is the header size for your theme. If you already have it installed, you can click add new image and get it off your computer. But I just like to go to make sure I know the sizes first. Then you have an option with this theme to do a background image. I'm leaving that alone for right now. You can have menus, and menus are pretty much where you are going to have like your pages. So if you want a menu bar at the top where people can go to your blog, your about me page, your maybe the shopping cart or something, that's where you're going to include the menus. And I'll have a separate video on how to set up your menus. Then your widgets. These are what's going to be in your blog sidebar or your but notice a lot of themes have different things. So some may have a sidebar to the right. Some may have an option where you can put it in the header. Some may have a footer. This one pretty much just has a sidebar. Some of you may have additional places to put widgets. I'll talk about widgets in another video as well. Your static front page. This is where you're going to determine if you want your blog post to be. So when people come to your website, do you want the website to have one page that doesn't ever change, or do you want that front page to be your blog post, which is updated continuously, and you can determine and decide from there. I'm just going to keep it as a I'll keep it for right now until I start putting anything in it. Then it says homepage for boxes section, which is right here. And so once I click on it, I can go down and put any of my pages and it will automatically come up. I don't really have to install it myself, but you have to have pages already written. So let's see what page. I did not develop these pages. Let's see what they did for sample page. Okay, so this is what will come up if I had a page. Let's say I had an about me page I wanted to put on here. I can just select it from that drop down box and it's going to come up. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to change it. Maybe I should go back right now. Okay. Next is going to be the slider settings, and this is where my pictures will be for my sliders, and I can upload them any way I want to. Just notice again, this is theme specific, and so it may not relate to your particular theme. It says slide image 1, which is 1400 by 682 pixels. If I'm going to create pictures for my sliders, I need to make sure that they are the recommended size, because if you don't use their size recommendations, it's going to be off. It's either going to be too blurry, it's going to be too stretched out, it's going to be too small. So always go by what they say for their particular theme. Even if you already have pictures and you already had another theme, you may have to upload some new ones and change them. Then you're going to go down to the social settings, and you can add your links to Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and LinkedIn, which is good. I usually use a particular plugin, but whatever is easiest for some of you. Okay. Then it has the footer area, which we are at now, and you can make changes. This says to remove credit and copyright text upgrade to pro version. So this is also another way how they try to get you to do pro, and it may be actually worth it. You can change the address, obviously, to whatever address you want. Change okay, and then you can make the changes as you want. I might change this so it can be on one line. I'll update it later. And then also some of your recent posts will come up. You can title it any which way you want to, related posts or updates, anything you want into your footer. That's where your post titles will come up. Then you have different layout settings, font settings, and documentation and support. So let's say you really feel limited to and by the free version and you do want the pro version. You can click on and you'll go to their page and they'll tell you how much it is for the pro version. Also, they'll show you a demo, which we already saw on my site already. The same pictures and how yours could actually look. And see how she put Instagram feed. You can do whatever you want in here. And so let's see what's the differences between the free and the pro version. Alright, so it's responsive for both tablet and mobile view. It's Google mobile friendly test passed. Power pack theme options to help you change text color, short codes, social media integration, gallery area to present any personal pictures or showcase, compatible with WooCommerce. Okay, and so and then they also offer free installation if you requested it. But since you know, work with me, you've already had it installed, so it's not necessary. But it's entirely up to you. And that's just to customize your page. So I will come, and so whenever you do it, make sure that you actually save and publish in order for it to change. I don't want to save any of that. If you want to view your site to see what it looks like, you're going to hover over on to where it says the name of your website. You're going to click on visit site. I have a WooCommerce plugin, so that is why I have an option for visit store, but you're just probably going to have the visit site option. And that is what it looks like without any of the customizations. When I come back with the next video, I'll show you some of the changes I did make to it, and we'll talk about, you know, what to do next in the process. All right, hope that was helpful.